Everybody, it's your girl Pajama from Pajama Studios, West Coast. And today it's a dynamic duo. Whoop, whoop, whoop. But Pat couldn't join us today, but I have with me on a very special night the season finale of The Mandalorian. And it's our guru of all things Star Wars. Say hey to the people, David.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to this exciting episode of Pajama Life. I'm thrilled. I miss Pat, but it's always good for the two of us to get together to talk a little Star Wars and who knows what else before the night is done.
All right. Well, today we are reviewing the season finale of The Mandalorian as well as the AMC Plus series Lucky Hank. So let's start it off with The Mandalorian. Let's give it a peek.
Moff Gideon is alive. He's gathered his forces and he's using our homeworld as his base.
Activate the interceptors and bombers. Thanks to your planet's rich resources, I have created the next generation Dark Trooper suit. And the most impressive improvement is that it has me in it.
Let's take back our planet.
No!
OMG. I got to let you start first, David.
I tell you, Pam, this was really, it was your Saturday matinee. Get your popcorn, back old school, shoot 'em up, lasers. It's a fight. And it was just pure fun. There was a lot of talk about, maybe hidden meanings from the last episode's spies, but there was only one spy. And was there anything to it? And it was just a lot of fun. It did seem, we've kind of talked about season 3, maybe a little bit wobbly compared to the first 2 seasons. It did seem like there was a restart to this. If the end of season 2, where Grogu was going off with Luke to be a Jedi, that seemed to be a really nice, tight conclusion to the story. And then somebody said, hey, wait a minute. This is the cash cow. We can't separate this duo. So, kind of season 3, we've kind of set it up for a longer term episodic activity here. And of course, there was supposed to be a Republic Rangers show that was canned based on the controversy and dismissal of Gina Carano. And some aspects of where the Mandalorian seems to be connecting. He is a de facto Republic Ranger now, sitting at his house, just waiting for the call, with the bat signal or the Mando signal up in the sky. But a lot of fun. It does still leave open the door for Moff Gideon to return.
No way.
Well, I mean, we saw he had we just lost Pajama. There she is. We don't want to have me host her show by myself, that's for sure. But there is a chance, it looks like here, with all those clones of Moff Gideon. And it's a lot, I tell you, seeing that celebrity clone, it's a lot better than when we saw the clone movie of Tom Cruise, where the aliens just cloned him and had him attack the world.
Right.
So that was a little too much for me. On the same heels of the Tom Cruise movie where it was sci-fi Groundhog Day, where the man couldn't die. That back to back was too much. But Moff Gus, I'm liking it. So a good ending to an up and down, little wobbly season 3 in my view, but a nice way to conclude this brief season.
And I thought it was a fantastic episode. It gave you all of the feels.
Yep.
my favorite again, the Crimson Guard.
The Praetorian Guard looked awesome in this.
Yes, who got their asses handed to them. And the last scene with him on his porch and Grogu playing was what Gina Carano's character said for him to have in that very first season.
Yes.
You could sit
everything except for the girl.
Yeah, and who knows? Maybe that'll happen.
Maybe so.
And I thought that the action was just incredible this season.
It was awesome.
I thought this episode was a really nice cap. So if Pedro Pascal decides, he wants to go on and do other things, that's a nice ending to the episode, the series. Or then it could be more accessible by having episodic adventures, like you said. I think that would be really cool. And then we could see more. That show could go on for years if they wanted to.
Well, it could, and he doesn't take his mask off, so it's kind of easy to replace Pedro at this point.
Yeah, or just have him come in, do the voice work, and then move on. So, that would be really cool too. But man, I was so glad, Pat last week suspected the armorer of being a nefarious character, but I was like, nah, she's too devoted. So I was glad to see, everybody doing what they should be doing. There was no surprise, but I think, like you said, I can't believe that Moff Gideon would just have those 8 clones.
They're everywhere. They got bats of them all over the place.
And for me, give Giancarlo Esposito the Emmy nomination. He's so wonderful as a villain.
He's awesome. I miss not having him more this year.
I know.
He is so good. But I had to chuckle when I look at the Praetorian Guard, Moff Gus. That's my affectionate term for him. His new outfit, kind of like the old, but new. It's like, boy, somebody at Hasbro said, "Let's make some more toys now."
Right.
Let's make some more toys.
I would definitely get a Crimson Guard.
Okay.
I definitely will get that. So
all right, I'm putting you in my Christmas list here for Crimson. All right, Crimson Guard. We got it.
Yes, so definitely. I think it's agreed. 2 thumbs up.
Oh yeah.
For the season finale of The Mandalorian. The whole season. Check it out. All right. Now,
hey, do you have a favorite episode of the season?
Wow. Man.
Didn't plan this early, so I'm just off the cuff.
I know. Now I'm trying to think back. I really loved this episode. I think this one was one of the best. And I had favorite scenes like last week or maybe week before with the little with the
Babu Frick?
the droids in the bar.
Okay, that scene
was so adorable. Well, they don't live that long, so why not help them? I just thought that was great.
That's funny.
And I think they did some really interesting kind of episodic, like standalone episodes.
Yeah.
The one with the doctor was interesting, how they did that and pulled that off. And throughout, it's just been a cool season to me.
Yeah.
What's your favorite episode?
Well, I would have to say the two-parter. I think the last 2 episodes, because they were they had the cliffhanger there. So I would say that was the high point for me. I was so fired up to see it. I don't like season 3 as much as I do 1 and 2, but those last 2 episodes were really great. And I do think, even though it was a little cheesy and goofy, I thought Lizzo and Jack Black were fun.
It was a cute episode.
They were fun, and I thought they actually did good together. Lizzo performing at Rupp Arena right now as we speak in Lexington, Kentucky. So big news there is part of her tour. So she's in my mind there thinking about it. But they were kind of fun to see together. But I
Right.
love this two-parter. I think was really the high point for season 3 to me.
Yeah, as it should be. Bring it, start off good and end strong. So definitely check out The Mandalorian.
Be there.
All right. Now for something completely different.
Yes.
At a college professor and an English department head at a university's slow meltdown on Lucky Hank. Let's take a look.
Back off. Back off. You picked the wrong day.
That man is chair of the English department.
Lucy. Come on, you want a piece of this? I, too, am here at Railton College, mediocrity's capital.
I have this weird feeling you're gonna end up in jail. Or the hospital?
Hey, this isn't my stuff.
Have a nice day.
Your ex-husband abandoned us.
He abandoned you.
Being an adult is 80% misery.
No, I think you're at 80. The rest of us hover around 30 to 40.
30, nobody is at 30. See, that's my problem with Buddhism. Suffering, that's my sweet spot.
What'd you think?
Out of college. You get kooky characters like this. What'd you think, David?
I thought this man needs a grant. No. I think Bob Odenkirk is a fantastic actor. And again, I know we've talked about, do we talk about Better Call Saul or not here? We haven't really showcased that. That show really showed his talent. This continues here. There's humor in the pain. His acting just really gives it a level of just pathos that I just like. So as he's suffering, you can find a little joy. So I do think this is a good show to watch. I applaud his performance and surrounded by a really strong cast. What'd you think?
I really enjoyed it. AMC Plus really have shows that are beautifully shot. The cinematography is always great.
Yeah.
Or it's an interesting story that you haven't really seen, or they'll take a familiar topic and then make it something completely fresh. And so this is actually a book. And it's an old book at that. I think it was in the early 2000s or something like that. And so
that's old.
I think
that's old. I have clothes that are older than that.
When stuff from 2000 is starting to be retro.
Oh man.
To our younger audience.
Well, I was just at a birthday party for a 70-year-old where people were still living like it was like a hippie party. So the old are still pretty strong over here, but I get you. Right.
And so the source material is very rich material. And so I think that the show is really and that last episode very powerful.
Yeah.
Because you really understand what has driven Hank, and his mama was trash. The mama was complete trash. And but his wife was really, he needed somebody like that, but I'm worried that what's she gonna do now. So it left a lot of good places for it to go next. But the English department teachers are a bunch of kooks.
Yeah.
And I think if I have a friend who is now the chair of an English department, And so I'm gonna have to ask them, what is that show true to life? But the infighting and the positioning and the backstabbing, trying to claw and move ahead. I just thought the nomination of the dean after how he knew the rules well enough to trick him. I just thought that was hilarious.
And it's really true. It is really true. I can't get into a lot of detail here, but I am seeing a little bit of like behind the curtain of what goes on between professors.
Yep.
And I'm seeing some stuff from students. And
Yeah.
man, hey, college students, if you're watching this, 3 words, suck it up. Suck it up, college kids. If you don't like your grade, crack that book, read, work. Don't just use Wikipedia for your activities. I'm just saying, suck it up. That's what I'm telling you. Suck it up.
Well, and I'm telling them, everything you do is not great all of the time.
That's right. Thank you.
That's the point of learning, is to grow. And if you're already perfect, then you have nowhere to grow. So that is the purpose of education. Coming from 2 educators with almost 60 years of experience between them.
Maybe so. Oh, and one last thing. Get off my damn lawn. Get off my lawn right now. Get off. Suck it up and get off my lawn.
These young whippersnappers.
Whippersnappers. Who are these crazy kids?
Although we love our younger, youthful Pajama Life viewers.
We love all our viewers. You don't have to suck it up.
I'm okay. I'm your auntie. That's what aunties do.
We love our viewers. Keep subscribing.
So, but definitely, and it's for the students might see themselves in here, as well as it's a workplace drama, essentially. Yeah. The workplace just happens to be at a university, but every workplace is pretty much like this. So definitely check it out and enjoy Lucky Hank on AMC Plus. All right. Well, that takes us to the end for today. David, you got anything you'd like to share or to send us out?
Well, a lot of good things coming up here in the summer months, including May 5th, just around the corner. We're going to have the next episode, Volume 3 of Guardians of the Galaxy, and Rocket can't wait for you to join him. So come and see that one.
Well, definitely. What's the day before? May the 4th. And that is the premiere of Star Wars
Visions. That's right.
We will definitely be covering on May 5th. Yep. And next week, we are going to do Picard on the season finale the series finale of Picard, and a lot of other good stuff. So definitely come back, check us out. And it's Pajama from Pajama Life Studios, West Coast. Saying take care. Bye.